Mic check, mic check. Oh, I'm not sure if he'll come back. Let me know if you can hear me, guys. We're back. Right, bear with me. I can hear you. Yep, good stuff. Right. I just need to adjust my windows. I really can't be bothered to deal with the things on this. My side cam's not even plugged in, but it should be locked at 60 FPS now. Ugly cam. Why is that? There we go. Just got to change all my scenes to actually fit the 1080p canvas now. So didn't the doc tell you to stop being lazy? Nah. Right, that shouldn't be lagging now. Hey, Oversample gifted a sub. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that, mate. Dobton gifted a sub as well. And Sam cheered 5 bits. Carlos cheered 100 bits. Thank you, guys. You're all legends. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no more lag on the camera. There you go. So this is the problem. When I'm recording 4K, but it can't do 4K streaming and 4K recording at the same time. It's too much for the computer. I know it's a high-end computer, but it's just too much. So, yeah, never mind. But yeah, we're back locked at 60 FPS. I'm going to go grab a smoke, fuck it. This is only a fucking around stream anyway. It's just a fucking around stream. 193 viewers? No, that's wrong. OBS reckons I've got 193 viewers. That's a load of bullshit. That's a load of bullshit. Alright, can I refresh this? It still reckons there's 193 viewers. Yeah, I only see 77 as well. No, on my desktop, because I've got a... On OBS, I've got this little stats thing. It tells me how many viewers I've got. But it reckons I've got 193. A load of bullshit. I see 81 now. But... meh. Oh, now Stream Elements comes back online. By the way, I haven't got notifications on because it's set up. It was set up in recording mode. So I haven't got my alerts set up. Ah, now it's showing 83 for me. That's better. Right, what the hell is wrong with you? Has the encoder actually gone bad? Because this had no display the other day, which is, I don't know, it's really weird. But yeah, I lost the footage for the HDMI swap, but all I did was swap the HDMI, so. No, that's showing up as good. I might change the encoder anyway because it had no display, so I think I'm going to change the encoder anyway. By the way, that board has just booted. So yeah, the screen looks fine. So I can offer the customer a board swap on this. If they don't want a board swap, I mean, I'm going to charge them 80 quid for a board because that's how much they sell for on the store, and they do sell on the store as well. I've sold quite a few boards at £80, so I'm going to offer them a board swap, but it's going to cost them £80. If they don't want to do that, I'm going to offer to buy this housing off them because it's in fairly good condition. I'll give them £30 for the housing as an entire housing. It's in fairly decent condition. I can use it to build a switch. But yeah, that's working anyway. Hey, Wheaty, resubscribe for 7 months. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that, buddy. Right, so I think I'm going to change the encoder anyway on this because it had no display, but now for some weird reason it's 2-second blood. But the encoder can cause 2-second blood. It is fairly common. So I'm going to change that and see if it solves it. Actually, I should probably check for some shorts first and just hunt around a little bit instead of just going straight for the encoder. You know, it could just be a coincidence that something else has failed when I lost power. So I'm going to hunt for shorts. Sanity check. If I don't hear it beep for a while, I always just touch ground and just see if we if the multimeter is actually working, just to make sure. Yeah, that seems normal. Kind of strange how this just randomly decided to die. But then it is a PS5 after all. You can't even see. Wheaty, you fucking legend. Thank you, dude. Gifting 5 subs. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you, buddy. Right, I'm not finding any shorts there. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm not really finding any shorts. Oh. Okay, a cap's been knocked off. I don't think that would cause a 2-second blot. $43 ohms, that's fine. It's low impedance, this line is. Yeah, I don't think that cap would cause a blot, to be honest. I mean, I could be wrong. 140 ohms. I could be wrong, but it's doubtful. I mean, I can put that cap back on and just see if it... Damn it. See if it makes a difference. Or rather replace that cap. Just see if it makes a difference. I think I'm going to do that. That's the only thing... It's the only thing that I've found is that cap being missing. Can you tell I turned my microscope on? Yeah, definitely in agony. You've got cancer, Peticus. I'm really sorry to hear that, mate. Actually, I'm pretty sure you've told me before. No, I think you need the pain meds more than me, mate. It kind of puts it into perspective when like you got people like me moaning about backache, and then the people that are just so much worse off. There's people that are just so much worse off than me. Your back's playing up as well, Wheaty. Ouch. Yeah, you're the one with bone marrow. Yeah, I remember you telling me. Yeah. Yeah, there are just so many people that are just way worse off than me. Like I've got it easy compared to some people. A little bit of bad back. It's nothing, is it? Absolutely fuck all. Right. Let's grab a donor board. One of many millions. I am rapidly running out of components, as you can tell. Damn it. I just hit the power button on this without putting my nozzle on. You bastard. Right. Tomato, it's the same cap, just different board, different layout, blah blah blah. Hang on, which cap is it? Yeah, it is that one. Oh, okay. I doubt very much that's going to cause backache. Fuck off. I doubt very much that's going to cause a blood, but we'll see. Let's just clean this liquid metal up as well while I'm out. Because this test housing is a little bit of a mess. Liquid metal really don't have to be perfect for this. It's literally just a test housing. I actually need to do something while I remember. These test housings that I've got for sale on the online store. Sorry, not test housings, mid frames. I need to change the weight of it, because I sold one a couple of days ago and I posted it today, and it cost me £9 more in postage. So because I'd put the weight wrong on it, so I've just had to set that now at 800 grams because I lost money today. But because it was my fault, I've still honoured the sale, even though it cost me double in postage. I've still honoured it and sent the sent it out to the customer. He ordered it from Brazil, so it should have been the higher rate postage because of the weight of it. Even though it doesn't weigh that much, once it's in the box, the actual mid frame, because I sell this and the top plate as a pair, and the actual mid frame and the top plate together weigh about 680 grams. But when it's in the box, it's over the 750 gram cutoff for the different price point, and unfortunately, it cost me £19 to post it, and I only sold it for £20, so kind of sucks. Right, let's just see if this turns on. Nope. So basically I ended up selling it for a tenner, which it is what it is. You know, you don't always make a profit. You don't always make money on every transaction. You just like, one of the things that you have to learn very quickly as a business owner is you're not going to make money on every single transaction. Sometimes you are going to have to take a loss, and it is what it is. Right, so that's not working. It wasn't that cap. I didn't think it would be, but I couldn't justify just changing the encoder. But to be honest with this one, because it's got the display issue as well, and the fact that, I mean, these realistically are donor boards, if changing the encoder doesn't fix it, there's no other shorts on the board, so I'm not going to sit there and replace a shitload of components trying to fix it. If replacing this encoder now doesn't fix it, then I'm not going to go any further with it. I'm just going to write the board off. I do need a digital board to sell to a customer. I've got a customer waiting for one, but unfortunately I can't spend hours and hours on each device just to try and get a scrap board working. You win the encoder, yeah. You win some, lose some, yeah. That is just business, mate. Yeah, it is what it is. Like, I'm at a point now where it's just like, you know, if I lose money, I just sort of like shrug it off a little bit. I'm just like, whatever. It's just, who gives a fuck? It's just one transaction. It's not like, it's not the end of the world sort of thing. Or, you know. Well, don't get me wrong, if I don't want to sit there and be losing like £300, £400, £500 in a transaction, like in one transaction, like if it's £10, £20, it's not really going to hurt me. But, yeah. Right, I need an encoder. So let me find a donor board that's actually got one on. This encoder I know works. I was going to buy Gootwick, wasn't sure if it's genuine, but Philly's selling it, so it takes out the guesswork. Yeah, the stuff that I've got in the store is genuine. Yeah, 100%. It's directly from Gootwick. Scrubby, thank you, mate. I really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you for subbing with Prime, mate. I bought from Phil and it's definitely genuine. Yeah, 100%. It's the same supplier. Same supplier. It's directly from the people who make Gootwick or the company that make Gootwick, and I've used the same supplier for 5 years. And I buy like 100 reels at a time. friendly money grabbing YouTuber who's grabbing my money. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Right, let's give that a whirl, shall we? Where do I get my IPA? I buy my IPA from directly from a manufacturer. Bear with me a second. I will get you a link. But bear in mind, I buy mine in bulk, mate. I'll buy like 20-gallon drums. 1 second. Well, I'll say 20-gallon drums. I'll buy them in 5-litre jerry cans, but they are a lot cheaper. I'll just send a link. But that's not a sponsored link or anything. You have PS4 encoders? Yes, mate. They should be on the online store. So I just posted a link. I'll buy it directly from the manufacturer. I'll buy like 20 litres at a time, but depends how much you use. I use Hexseed. I buy from Amazon. Nah, get this one, mate. It's $13.99. Well, it's let's have a look how much it is with VAT. £20.94 for hang on. Yeah, £20.94 with delivery. I was actually thinking about starting to sell it, but I've got to buy the bottles and stuff. I want to try and get it a little bit cheaper though, if I can. If I'm going to sell it, I need to buy it cheaper. But I can buy. I think I can buy 100-litre drums from these people, from this company. Yeah, 100 litres for $249.99. So that would work out at £2.49 a litre. How much are the bottles? £2.09 for the bottles for 1,000 ml. So you can get it a little bit cheaper. £1.80. Yeah, £1.80 is the cheapest you can get the bottles. So that would be £4.30. How much is it for 1 litre? There's £3 for postage as well. There's probably not enough money in it. Probably not enough money in it, to be honest. Yeah, for the sake of making like £1 or something profit, it's not really worth it. Not worth it. I mean, if people buy it with another order, then maybe, but no. Right, let's give this a test, shall we? So yeah, if these don't work now, I think I'm just gonna donor board this, to be honest, because it's just not worth trying to fix it. It's developed a if it's developed a random fault as well. No. Damn it. Damn it, that sucks. Use the code SUMMER, Ellis. That sucks. It's hard to hear me. It shouldn't be, mate. It shouldn't be. My volume's the same as it normally is. Right, 1 second. Is that any better? I can reduce my limiter, I think. Hello. No. Even if I reduce the limiter, it's the same level. The limiter's there more to stop it from peaking. Let me reset the headset. No worries. My place is 10 miles from you. Link's products. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, it might be worth you going down there then if you haven't got to pay postage. I think they do allow collection. I'm pretty sure they allow collection from the warehouse. When I buy it, it takes them 48 hours for delivery. Right, so I think it's probably best to just donor board this because it's developed another random fault and it had no display anyway. I just don't know how it could possibly have developed that 2-second blood. That's very weird. Something's happened when I've lost power. I'm not seeing any shorts. I'm not going to sit here and keep swapping random chips. It's really pointless. I could change the safe bridge, but again, I just don't think it's worth it. I think I should just donor board it and then I can sell the parts off it. So, unfortunately, yet another no fix. But these are scrap boards anyway. So, yeah, I mean, not really going to lose any money. It's one of them things. Alright, never mind. Never mind. Right, I am going to remove the safe bridge from this. And the encoder. The reason for that is because then I know it's a donor board. If I've removed 2 big chips off it, then I'm not going to sit there and try and repair it randomly one day when I'm bored, right? I am, however, going to pop this encoder back on here. Hello, Luna. I'm going to pop it back on this board because this was a working board on firmware 5.0, was it 5.02? Yeah, 5.02. And then I was using it to help someone with a repair, getting readings and stuff, and it just randomly died. But I did find out afterwards that my power supply had died. I'm just going to throw this encoder back on and test it. I'm not going to try and fix it if it doesn't work. Oi. My tip's oxidised. One sec. That's better. Although these pads still don't appear to be taking solder. It was very slightly misaligned. Okay. No, still not working. Let me just have a look at my boot sequence on this. Let's see what the deal is. $12 volts. No, no boot sequence. Should I try changing the south bridge on this? Oh, hang on. I've got liquid metal under the BIOS chip. Huh. That might explain it. Maybe. Just knocked the resistor off. I'm going to reflow the safe bridge in a minute as well because I've been messing with the BIOS chip. Yeah, night, Wheaty. Have a good night, buddy. Some of that goot wheat goodness. Check that out. That's what you call good wick. Consolefix.shop, of course. That is really goot wick, by the way. Proper goot wick. Yeah, no worries, Ellis. Take it easy, mate. Have a good one. I'll be streaming at some point on YouTube next week. Yeah. I think, you know what, I'm going to replace that BIOS. And the reason is because it's had liquid metal on it, so it could have shorted out. So I'm just going to replace it. Well, I will if I know where my BIOS reader is. Where have I put my BIOS reader? There it is. Ah, yes, son of a... Beep, you bastard. There you go. Just load up the old programmer. Desktop. Let's open a digital BIOS. Detect. Right. There we go. And yes, that was a brand new BIOS chip. There we go. I'm good, thanks, Cryogenics. How are you, mate? Still in pain, but I'm good. So I've reflowed that just because I've used heat around it. Good physically, mentally dead. What's up, mate? Did you find a place for replacement booster ICs? For the Xbox, do you mean? If you mean for the Xbox, mate, no, you can't buy them still. Unfortunately. Right, what's my boot sequence? I'll just check my boot sequence. If it's got no boot sequence, then it's pointless going any further. No. No boot sequence. I honestly don't know what happened to this board. It was working. It was working perfectly fine. And now it's just got no boot sequence at all. Very odd. Fuck it. I know that the firmware, that the APU's on version 5, so what I'll do, I've got another board off a friend of mine that shuts off after like a minute and a half, so I'm just going to take the APU off it, reboard it and put it onto that other board, because I know the board's fine. No, I've never tried that desired state. I probably wouldn't, to be honest. I wouldn't try anything that's not prescribed by a doctor. Just work, the PhD literally proved I can't use any of the experimental data from my model. So basically back to square one. Ah, rip, mate. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Yeah, that sucks, dude. That really sucks. Right, yeah, I'll use that board as an APU transplant board, I think. Take the APU off it, put it onto another board. I know it's running on firmware 5.02 because I've had that board working, so yeah. So I need to get a jig set up for the BGA machine for the PS5s, so as it doesn't warp the boards. And I also need to change my settings because it's not great. It's not great at all. Right, let me find something to work on, shall we? Got any paperwork in here? No. No, I haven't. Where's the address? There's absolutely no information with this at all. Well, never mind. Let's work on it anyway. I'll figure it out tomorrow. Actually, let's just see if I can find it on the booking system, on the old booking system, because some people do use the old booking system still. Let's just search for the serial number. There is a name on it, and a company company thing, so nope, no info on that. Alright, I'll work that out tomorrow. Don't worry about that. That's fine. 120% of its rated power. Wow. Yeah, you need to shut that shit down ASAP. Definitely. Right, okay. So today's not going well then. Let's see what we can do with this one. I've got a Series X here. There's no information with this, so I don't have a clue what's wrong with it. There isn't even a customer's contact info on there. There's a company with a contact name for a company, so I'll have to phone the business and see what the deal is. Okay, there's no HDMI port on that. So what is this? Trace damage? Okay, it turns on. It's because this stream's awesome, mate. Right, it turns on, it appears to boot up, but obviously I can't test display because there's no HDMI port. So I've got a feeling this is probably trace damage. It's been worked on before. Okay, I'll just find my screwdriver. Where is my frigging screwdriver? Oh, come on, don't tell me Cody's at it again. That's going to annoy me. Time to go on the hunt. I think Cody's got my screwdriver again. What the fuck? There's a fucking big ass black cat in here. Oi, get out. Get out. Come on, move. Yeah, chase him off, Luna. Go on, good girl. Fucking cat in my house. How the fuck's that got in? Really? Eating the cat's food? What the fuck? I know the cat. He's certainly not our cat. I'm not even joking, there was genuinely a big cat in the house. How the fuck did that get in? Cheeky cunt. I was eating Luna's food, Luna's just chased it off. I know the cat, we used to let it in, but when there was, before Luna had the kittens, but Luna weren't happy with it, so we had to stop letting it in. How the hell has that got in? I mean, the only thing that I can think of is my window, but I haven't seen a black cat go past. I can't find my freaking screwdriver. Are you taking the piss? Cody's had my screwdriver. And the worst thing is it's got my T8 bit in it and I need it. I need the T8 bit. I'm going to have to make do with the T7 and do it manually. No, it hasn't got my T8 bit in it. There's my T8 bit. But Cody's had my screwdriver. I'm going to kill him. Cat wanted food. You know what the thing is? I don't mind feeding cats. Like, I don't mind feeding other cats, but I can't have it in here because Luna's not happy with it. Right, there's something inside here. I don't know what that is. Cheeky fucker was sat there eating Luna's food. Oh dear. A320M. Ooh, yeah, they're not great. Those are not great at all. Okay, it's a HDMI port. I hate when customers supply their own ports. I really do, because I don't know the source of them, and I don't know whether they're any good or not. I mean, I'll use it, but yeah. Oh, my 10mm, I barely use that these days. Okay, that's been damaged. Duly noted. So I'm guessing this has got trace damage, given that the port's been taken off and one hasn't been put back on. This is going to be a chargeable job because I don't do HDMI ports for free. It's not really content. I mean, I'd still make a video on it, but it won't earn enough to justify a free repair. So I'd still make a video on it, but it wouldn't earn enough. Nowhere near. Hard to warranty something you didn't source. Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. I mean, a HDMI port's not too bad, but I'm still not a fan of customers supplying their own parts. I mean, I can get them cheaper than customers can. Because when you bear in mind, I buy them in packs of like 200, 300. I mean, like just the other day, I bought a batch of Nintendo Switch ports. Let me just pull these up. And bear in mind, I bought 300 ports, 300 Nintendo Switch ports, and I paid £148.49. Because bear in mind, like when you get, and if I go to my desktop, hang on, let me actually check this first, because it's probably gonna show my address. Right, I can do it with these ports. Sorry, I can do it with these. Yeah, it's gonna show my address. I'll change it to my old address just so I can show my desktop. Just make sure there's nothing else on there. Right, yeah, so damn it. Right, okay. I didn't have a microphone on that source. Ha! Right. Okay. Now I've got audio. Sorry. I didn't have a microphone on that source. Okay, so what I was saying was, let's say, for example, you want to buy one power supply, right? You buy one power supply, you're going to pay £50. Because you've got £8.46 tax, £8.79 postage, plus the cost of the item. Right? Increase it. Tax is going to go up, it's going to double. Well, it's going to go up by another £8. Increase it again. So 3, you've got £24 tax. 4, you've got £32 tax. Now if you go to 5, so that's £134, plus then you've got £32 tax. So logic would say that your next tax amount would be £40, but it's not, because you're spending over £150 with one seller on AliExpress. So it's £192.86 for 4. You add one more, £198.74, no tax, because you're spending over £150 with one seller. That's why it's cheaper for me as a business, because I'm buying in bulk. Like, realistically, it wouldn't make sense for the average person to buy 5 power supplies, but for me it does, because I buy them to resell. I buy them for profit. So when I buy them, I try and avoid spending under £150 with one seller when I buy off AliExpress, because it reduces the tax. It stops me having to pay AliExpress's tax, which you can pretty much guarantee doesn't go to the UK government, even though it's supposed to. You can pretty much guarantee it doesn't. But if you spend over £150, they don't charge you tax for some weird reason. So, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense for an average well, I mean, if it's just one item and you got like a couple of pound tax, it's not that bad. But if you're trying to source like an expensive part, just let the technician source it. Just let the technician source it, because chances are they're going to get it cheaper. And unless they're adding markup, which generally, I mean, well, I never used to add markup. Since I've stopped charging for repairs, I charge what I'd charge on my store. So if I buy a chip for £3 and sell it for £10 on the store, I'm charging the customer £10 for the chip, but they're not paying any labour. So yeah, I left and came back, and I have audio again. It was me, mate. I didn't have an audio source on this scene. Sorry, but yeah, it just makes more sense for the technician to buy it if they're buying in bulk anyway. So yeah, if you're doing repairs, or rather if you're sending something to be repaired, just see what the technician's going to charge before you actually go out and source parts. Just say to them what you're going to charge and how much is labour. How much of that is labour. That's all you got to ask. So yeah. Well, yeah, that's a little trick if you don't want to pay tax. If you're buying in bulk and you don't want to pay on tax, just make sure your order's over £150 British pound, 150 British pound. If you're in the UK, I don't know about any other country. Well, yeah, that's why I always buy in bulk. That's why I'll buy like 300 Nintendo Switch ports, because. In fact, let's have a look. How much would it actually cost me if I bought 50 ports? If I bought 50 Nintendo Switch ports, which to be honest, 50 wouldn't last long because I sell them on the store. So if I bought 50 Switch ports, it would cost me £31.92 because there's £5.32 tax on that. Whereas if I buy 300 ports, it's costing me £146. So £146 and 1 pence divided by 300 is 48.67. So 49 pence per port. I know this isn't going to be a lot. If I was to just buy one pack of 50 ports, £31.92. So £31.92 divided by 50 is 63.8 pence per port. So you're spending 15 pence more per port. It adds up over time. So that's just why I buy in bulk. Soxican, thank you, mate. How's it going, buddy? So yeah, that's just why I'll buy in bulk, because even those 15 pence savings, they add up over time. They really do add up over time. Look, that's £45 saved on 300 ports. Yes, I did use a calculator. But yeah. That's why I buy in bulk, because it just don't make any sense for me, especially for me, to buy like 1s and 2s. If you're running a business and you're using them parts regular, just look into it. Anyway, enough rambling. Playing Among Us with the 5-year-old twins. Nice, dude. That's awesome. To be honest, I wish I had time to play games. Yeah, them 5s, 10s, 15 pences, they really, really do add up. Like over the space of a year, I can probably safely say that I'd save £500, maybe £1,000 a year by buying parts in bulk, to be honest. I know that sounds silly, but honestly, it's true. Right, let's get this thing taken apart, shall we? I haven't dropped any frames since we started streaming. Nice. Yeah, my back really is starting to hurt now. I'm trying to sit with my back as straight as I possibly can, but I'll be walking like Quasimodo later on. Must be a clear night. Right. Let's have a look, see. You need an adjustable desk. No, that wouldn't really work for live streaming, mate. The thing is, if I go an adjustable desk, I've also got to keep adjusting my overhead camera, and it's just, yeah, it's not. It wouldn't work for streaming, unfortunately. I mean, I could stand up, but if I stand up, I've got to arch over. So, nah, I'll be all right. This will be the last device I work on tonight anyway, so as long as I can get this done in the next half hour, 40 minutes, I'll be okay. I've got to get repairs done, they're backing up and I need to get them done. Yeah, we've got damage traces on this, alright. Yeah, I've got repairs backing up and I've got to get them done, so I'm just going to have to suffer it. Yeet, mother flipper. Get off. I was a little bit stuck for a minute. Right, let me just get rid of this power supply, because that'll be in my way. The rest of it can stay there, it's fine. And okay, That's pretty rough. That is pretty rough. So someone's had a crack at this. Once you fix the switch up PS5 I sent you, I want you to sign or engrave it. Really? Probably not a good idea, dude. My signature's never going to be worth anything, mate. I'm not famous and I never will be. I think it's going to ruin your console, mate. Personally, I mean, I will, but like, if you want me to, I will, but I don't think it's worth it, personally. I'm happy to do it, but I think you're nuts, to be honest. Alright, let's get rid of those shitty traces. Let me just, to me it is, well, I mean, I will do it, mate. I'm happy to do it, but it would never add to the value, that's for certain. Yeah, this is pretty freaking rough. Quite a few damage traces. Get off. Let's try and save that ground because, well, it's just ground. I mean, these ones you can't save, these data lines. You can't save those. Phil's signature in 2043, 1.5 mil. No, I don't mind doing it. I've done it once or twice, but I'll never understand why. I'll be honest. I'm just me. I'm not anything special. I never will be. You know, I know I'm on YouTube. I know we've got nearly 100,000 subs and whatnot, but honestly, that doesn't make someone famous, in my opinion. Like, subscribers on YouTube, like, I mean, yeah, you make you known, but I'm only known in my own industry, right? I'm not known in any other industry. Like most YouTubers, like 90% of YouTubers can walk down the street and have complete peace. Like, occasionally you'll get recognised. Like, sometimes I will get recognised in the street. That's a weird feeling. Especially when I'm with, like, family or something and I'll get someone come up and stop me and they're like, oh, I love your videos and stuff. Like, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's a little bit weird. It's a weird feeling. A very strange feeling. But to me, like, I don't see YouTubers as famous. I can have 10 million subs and I'd still just be the same old person. Still going to sit there and rip into people's moms. Still going to rip into people's moms. Right. Did I buy some of these filters? Because I placed an order with one of my suppliers the other day and I'm pretty sure I bought some of these filters. Let me just have a look. Can't find the email. More humble than Kendrick Lamar. No, I just genuinely think that way, mate. I genuinely don't think YouTubers are considered famous. It's certainly not mainstream fame, anyway. I want to find this email now. What did I buy? PS5 power supplies, 5 of them. Xbox Series X USB ports. Xbox Series X V drivers. MOSFETs. Warranty stickers for the controllers. Yeah, I bought 50 of these TVS diodes. Yeah. So I have got some of these diodes on the way. I appreciate that, Jonathan. Appreciate that, mate. Right. Maybe cryogenics, but I mean, like I said, I just like, you know, when people fanboy over YouTubers and stuff, well, any famous person really, when people fanboy over them and they're going nuts when they see them and shit, like, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like, it's just a person. Like, they're just human. They're the same as you and me. Like, they're nothing special. Well, yeah, they've got a talent, but who hasn't? Everyone's got a talent. Everyone's got something that they can do better than others. Like, some people can sing, some people can act. Like, it's just, they're just people. Like, I actually know famous people. Like, I actually know a few singers and stuff like that. And I've worked on like big football grounds and shit like that. And to me, it's just like meeting my mate down the pub. Honestly, I just don't see the big deal with famous people. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Right. Anyway, let's get some of these sorted. I'm going to have to take these TVS diodes off because they're going to be in the way while I'm doing jumper wires, while I'm running jumper wires to this. So they're going to have to come off. The only problem is these are a pain in the backside. So I need to take these two off. So I need somewhere to put these in, I think. I need somewhere to put them, at least. I'll just grab a tub for these. It's going to be difficult to find these, even in the tub. If I end up losing any, I have got donor boards. Right, they're all in a little tub. Honky dory. I've now decided to repair electronic footman. Do I find it fun to watch? Thank you, mate. Welcome. Appreciate that, buddy. Right. So what I'm going to do is run the jumper wires straight to the bottom of the TVS diodes, because it's better to run it to the TVS diode, and then we know we've got a good contact. Whereas if it's just on these traces here, number one, they're going to be in the way of each other, and number two, they're really awkward to actually solder a jumper wire to the trace wire itself. So it's just a lot easier to run it directly to the diodes. A little bit of oxidation on them, so I'll wick it all away and clean it. There we go. Pads. There we go. Right, we're also going to need a jumper wire up here on pin number 14. 14's a no connect, but I'm going to run a jumper wire anyway. I'm pretty sure it, I don't know if it actually uses it on the Xbox. I'm not sure. I'm going to need to change tips as well, because tip's pretty oxidized. Right, let's grab some jumper wire. So I'm not worried about positioning and the length of the wire at the minute. I'm just going to run all of the jumper wires roughly, and then I can position them all afterwards. I'm just going to scrape this wire away a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to change tips, that's too oxidized. Right. Better. So yeah, let's just run a rough jumper wire on each one for now. It just works out quicker if you're not worrying about positioning and stuff immediately. It just works out a lot quicker. So let's run that, and I can just position them all afterwards. It's not a big deal. And obviously cut them down to size as well. Need some more flux. See how awkward it is to get a jumper wire when you're dealing with such small pads? So there's that one. leaving a bit of overhang on the bottom as well. Somewhere for the conformal coating to bite onto. Chase, thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the sub, buddy. This is 0.17mm, this jumper wire. Right, so my flux is burnt, so I need to clear it away. Just warm it up. Cheers, Jonathan. Thanks, mate. Right. So hopefully it's a little bit clearer now what I'm doing. Like in terms of why I'm not worrying about the jumper wire being the right size or anything. It doesn't really matter at the minute. Right, that's actually connected to ground. That's long enough. Got a kink in my wire. Let's get rid of that bit. I've got an infinite supply of this jumper wire, so it really doesn't matter. When I say infinite, I really do mean infinite, because even if I was to run out, which, to be honest, this wire will probably last me 15 years, and I'm not even joking, because even though it looks like I'm using a lot, I'm really not. And even if I do run out, I get this out of scrap microwaves, and my brother-in-law's a scrap man, so all I've got to do is ask him to pick a microwave up. I've melted the power connector a little bit, just hit it with the soldering iron. It's fine. It tends to happen when you're working in this area. You catch it with a soldering iron. Yeah, yep, it's from the Transformers, yeah. I did a video on the channel a couple of years ago on how I salvage it and where I salvage it from. I used to sell it, but it's just not. It's not worth the time it takes to unwind it now. But honestly, if you see a microwave in the street, pick it up. Genuinely, pick it up, just to salvage the wire out of it. I knew that weren't aligned properly. I had a feeling that weren't aligned. Where the hell's that bit of solder just gone? I've lost the solder I was using now. Damn it. You son of a... Get on there. Really awkward for this one because the power connector is in the way. It might be easier to come from this side. Damn it! Ah, you son of a... Does anyone remember those involuntary movements I keep talking about? I randomly get an involuntary twitch. Right, I'm just trimming this up the top. Get on your own pad. Keep crashing into the other one. I need to clean this flux again, don't I? Alright, is that in the right place? I could have put the port on first, that would have probably been easier, but I want to create a permanent repair. Something where if the port needs redoing, then it can be lifted off without tearing the traces off. So I don't want to just run the jumper wires above the port. I always like to make this so as it can be repaired in the future without having to redo my work, because that's not a proper repair. If you're going to redo the work just to change the HDMI port, in my opinion, it's not done properly. So it might take me a little bit longer, but at least I know in my head that if it does go to another technician who can't do trace repair but they can do ports, at least then they can do the port. Have you lost your singing voice? I never had one. Right. Okay, we've got a bridge just there on that one. And of course that one's not soldered. Ah, the trace is damaged, isn't it? Is he? Don't know, I can't tell. I'll get it out of the way. Let me just straighten this wire out. No, I definitely can't sing. Right. Those two have soldered themselves together. I'll deal with that in a minute. First of all, I just want to... I'd scare Tom Jones, more like it. No worries, cryogenics. Have a good night, buddy. Take it easy, mate. Good luck with your research stuff, dude. Hopefully it all goes better for you, mate. Right, so, first of all, let's just give these a little bit of positioning. I'll deal with the fact that these two are soldered together in a minute. It's not really an issue right now. I'm not that bothered by it. Just gonna plonk something on top. I haven't got any Kapton tape to hand. Just need to hold the wires down a little bit just while I put a little bit of conformal coating on. Just hold them in position because these wires are pretty long. So let's just grab some coating. There we go. Right, a cure that. It's going to take a little while to cure. Just going to use some UV light. It isn't at the minute, mate. It isn't coming along at the minute. Right, I'm going to give that a minute. I'm going to go grab a fresh drink. I'll be back in a second. What do you want, Luna? Do you want some Dreamies? Is that what you're after? Oh, wait. There you go. Right. So yeah, that's just curing, so I'll give it a minute. It's going to take a while. There's a fair bit of conformal coating there. Do 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 do. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's cured enough. Right. Now I've got to try and get these TVS diodes back on. Well, actually, no. If that jump wire falls off, it falls off. I can always redo it. Let's just try and get these diodes on. So I've got to find the bloody things. Still got some conformal coating on my tweezers. Cheap version of Red Bull, mate, but yeah. Do 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 do. So it's on an angle, but as long as they're connected, it doesn't matter. That one's not. Yeah, so now comes the difficult task of trying to get all these on. It might help if I actually had a component that wasn't oxidized, but there we go. Damn it. Where the fuck? Where's it gone? Stupid thing. Ah! That one pinged off. Well, and they're not actually needed, but hey, jumper wire, stop that. I can always grab one off a donor board. Oh, piss off. Fucking thing pinged off on me again. They're really awkward, they're so small, it's just unreal. Oops, that body part just pinged off. Oops, I did it again. Can you imagine the doctor turning around and doing an operation and saying, "Yeah, there was always a body part left over." No, it's just really awkward with these diodes because not only have they got to, like, not only are they really small, but they've got to go on an angle as well. No. That's making a contact. If it's solid on both sides, then it's making a contact. Grab a donut. Right. Hang on, which one did that come off? Because I can't see the... Right, so left is pin 1. I couldn't see the pin 1 designator. I need to tin the pads. I need to tin those pads. Which can't see the designator on them at all. Oh, piss off. Damn it, that one's the same. Can't even see. Right. I think it's probably safe to say that they're all connected, considering none of them moved. I lost that jumper wire. Oh no, I didn't. I thought I did. Right. Just separate those wires. Really awkward to position these properly. Alright, there's a little bit of a solder blob there which I need to get rid of. Because that would have caused a short between the two wires. So, I'll make sure it's not there. Oi. Hook under there and stay. Oi. Get back there. Try and position them so they're as close to the same length as possible, because there are specific requirements for HDMI. You can only be up to 3mm out in terms of trace length. So if you've got one trace that's like 2 centimeters long, and then you've got one trace that's 2.4 centimeters long, it's not going to work, like, at all, because the data transmission rates are going to be too far apart, and you're going to end up with corrupted data. So when people run random jumper wires and them like miles apart from each other, and they wonder why it's not working, well, there's your answer. Damn it, will you just sit still, for God's sake? Stay there. That one really just don't want to stay, does it? Just don't want to sit down. I'll hold it down while I'm putting the conformal coating on. Will you just sit in your groove, for God's sake? Right, I'm actually going to hold these individually to sit them down and just coat the tops of them. I think it's probably easier. These ones are absolutely fine. And do all three of them together. Freaking hedgehog. Ouch. What went over the traces? What do you mean, mate? Right, that's temporarily stuck down. And so is that. This is a bit overkill, honestly, but like putting conformal coating all over it, but if I want it to be permanent, I might as well coat the lot. It's going to take a long time to cure, but it doesn't matter. Ugh. Shrek spunk. Ha. Yep. I wonder how much it is for 100 ml of conformal coating. How can it not find it? Surely you can buy 100 ml tubs. Honestly, the desktop version of AliExpress sucks, so I guarantee I'll find it on the app. See, straight away. £4.98 before tax with £2.30 shipping. I could buy some tubs of that and rebrand it as Shrek Spunk. Ha. Would anyone buy conformal coating called Shrek Spunk? Tell you what, let's create a poll. Fuck it. Let's create a poll. New poll. There you go. I created a poll. I don't know how long the poll lasts for, but hey ho. Alright, let's have a look at that. There we go. Right, let's give the board a good clean. See that now? Solid. Absolutely solid. Whoops. Ah, there's only 4 people voted. Two said yes, 2 said no. Alright, anyway, enough faffing around. Man, my back is killing me. I really need to get this done. Right, where did my tweezers go? That's a good point. There they are. So now I can position them properly, look. And they're almost, the traces are almost exactly to the original spec. Well, it might help if I actually put that one on the right pad. I've got a ground missing in between these two, but it's not needed, so I'm not worried. Shrek's special sauce. That's a better name. Trim that. Trim that. And that. And that. Let's get rid of them. So I know this takes me way longer to do like this, but this is going to be a more permanent repair because you'll be able to lift the port on and off without putting the traces. Well, within reason, I mean, but you're going to get at least 1 or 2 port changes before these traces end up coming up. There you go. Let's just cure this. Cool. You blinded me with UV light. Should have gone to Specsavers. Damn it, it's no wonder it keeps going out of focus. It's not in focus for me now. Right, I'm just going to tin these. That's all done now, it's ready for the port. I just need to tin it. There you go. Cool. Right. Now, I just need to... Well, first of all, untrap my freaking wire because it keeps getting stuck. There we go. That's better. Well, now I can grab a port. Why have I got a used port in my tub? Where's that customer's port gone? There it is. Right, I'm going to tin the pins because it's going to make for a better contact. Damn flux. That's the problem with these. I have to keep adding flux. There you go. That'll do it. Right. Right then, laddie. Loads of flux. Notice I've wiggled that a little bit just to make sure we've got a contact on it. Add a load more flux. Beep. Damn you. Stupid jumper wire. Right, let's clean that up and I'll have a look at it. Right, no bridges by the look of it. Battery's connected, it's just the trace is weak. Same with that one. That ground's missing, but I'm not bothered. That's just a ground, I'm not bothered. Yeah, the rest all seem connected. So I'm not bothered about those few grounds in between the differential pairs. I really don't care about those. Just going to check in diode mode and just see if we've got a diode reading on all the pins. Yep, ignore the beep. Uh, 14 is open line, so I didn't actually need to replace that trace. 0.72, it's too high to beep. 0.72, too high to beep. Same. 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 And same. Yeah, they're all connected. This should theoretically work. The key word here is should. They're all connected and giving me a perfect reading on every one. 0.72 volt drop to ground. That's exactly what I'd expect on those lines. Theoretically, as long as there's nothing else wrong, aren't the two wires on the far left too close together? Not as far as I know. I can test them though. They are coated with conformal coating, so realistically, even if they are touching, even if they are very close to touching, they won't short out. You got a point there though, actually, because I didn't check for continuity to make sure that we've not got bridges. But no, they're actually not touching. There's plenty of layers of conformal coating between them, but I will double check them just to make sure. So if I go into continuity mode, so now if we hear a beep, then we've got a problem. So meters in continuity, nope, no beep. No bridges at all. Good stuff. So yeah, because there's conformal coating there and there's multiple layers, it's allowing those to stay separate. I've lost one of those TVS diodes again. They're not actually needed, so I'm not really that worried. It will work without them. So I'm not really worried about those TVS diodes. But one of them has popped off again. Right, let's give it a try. Do. That's certainly not the prettiest job in the world, but it's, as long as it's functional and it's a long-lasting repair, that's really all I care about. I'll go for functionality over looks. I really don't care if it looks a little bit rough around the edges, as long as it's functional and it's not going to fail in the future. And the way that I do the jumper wires, I don't know if anyone else does it the same way as me, but the way that I do jumper wires is I want to be able to lift that port off if I need to, or I want someone else to be able to lift the port off if they need to. So it just allows it to be repaired again in the future if it needs it, because to be honest with you, when someone breaks a HDMI port, there's a much higher chance that they're going to break it again in the future, because they've obviously already proven that, I wouldn't say they're careless, but they're proving that sort of thing does happen with them. I mean, I've never broke a HDMI port on a console personally, but I would say the chances that someone's going to break a HDMI port are much higher if they've already done it in the past, because it does show clumsiness, right? I mean, accidents happen, but there has to be an element of clumsiness there to begin with. That's nothing against the people that do break ports. I mean, I've broke devices before, but I've never broke a port. I mean, my console, I don't know about you guys, but my console, once it's in its place in the TV stand, it doesn't move. I don't move it at all, because there's no need to move it. And if you need to keep switching ports, buy a splitter. It'll save you a lot of money in the long run. I mean, I bought. I've got this HDMI switcher here, made by Ugreen, so a reputable brand, and it's like what, £14, something like that. Whereas the cost of a HDMI port is way higher. So if you do have to keep switching ports, just buy a splitter, just buy a switcher. I like to break them. Alright, let me find my thermal paste. Hello Milo, how you doing back? Right, there we go. Ugreen devices are awesome. They do make some pretty good quality stuff, mate, yeah. Can't disagree with you there. Right, so I'm going to roughly reassemble this for tonight. I'm not going to fully reassemble it. I can do that in the morning. It's getting late. Damn it. So I'll reassemble it enough for testing, but I'm not going to put every screw back in. Screw, you cross thread once more and I'm going to punch you in the face. Ha! Got scared, did you see that? What time is it? It's 3:52 AM. Oh, that goes for you too as well. Right. I will put this shield back on because I've got no reason to come back into it if it works. Okay. You know what, it really won't take me long to put these screws in, will it? I may as well just put them in. It's going to save me time in the long run. Right. Well, that's broken. Where's the clip gone for that? It's going to save me time as long as it works, but risk to reward. What's the deal with that screw? Oh, it's damaged. Well, Milo. I don't have a replacement screw to replace it with, so I'm not going to worry about it. Hello, kitty. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Hello. What is he? Hey, get away from the soldering iron. Good boy. Come on. Oh, shut up, you whinger. Moaning thing. Kitty, kitty. Is my screwdriver damaged? Or is that screw just cross-threaded? The cat's literally sat inside the Xbox box. Like the Xbox case. Look, I'm not even joking, look. Sat inside the customer's case. Oi, get out of it. It's not a toy. How the hell do you turn around in there? It's not a toy, kitty. Get out of it. Oh dear. Will you stop? Kitten. Damn things are climbing up everything, man. I swear they're just coming here to annoy me. I'm almost sure of it. No, he's going to climb up my leg. Or she, rather. I swear, cat. Oi. I've just told you, brother, it's not a freaking bed. So what are you doing in it? Huh? What are you doing? Oi. Stop it. Go on, get out of it. Oh, for God's sake. Honestly, it's like having kids. No. He's got back in it. Oh dear. That black one's going next week anyway. We've got a new home for it. It's ready to go now, but I didn't want... Because Luna's already a little bit upset that the other two have gone. And she's been pining for the past few days. So I said to Sarah, I said, well, you can tell the... you can tell the other person who you're giving it to that she can wait another week. Well, another 2 weeks. It's been a week, but two of them went to a new home last week, and I'm just like, no, I'm not putting the cat through that. Not so soon. She's already just lost 2 kitties basically. That's the only thing I don't like about it, because I don't mind Luna having kittens. We are going to get her sterilised now, but or whatever you call it. But that's the part I don't like, is taking the kittens away from the mom. I know it's nature, and they'd if they was in the wild, they'd run away anyway. But I just don't like doing it. I forgot the strap. Where did I put the strap? Where did I put the strap? Can't even find it. There it is. Yeah, that's the part I don't like, is taking the kittens away from the mom. I hate it. It's horrible. There you go. By the way, there's going to be 2 screws left over, because there was 2 screws in that bag, but I didn't see any missing. I didn't notice any missing. So before anyone calls me out for having leftover screws, there will be some left. I'm going to wipe this down a bit. Absolutely filthy, that is. It's been liquid damaged. It's been liquid damaged. So yeah, look at that there. A little bit of liquid. I'm assuming it's been liquid damaged in the past. Whether that was during this repair, I don't know. Well, it's safe to say if it doesn't work, I'm not putting it back together today. Or rather, I'm not finishing it today. Realistically, it should work. Do-ba-do-do-do. Hate lining these up. They're horrible to line up. Come on. Thank you. Why does it always feel like a 360-degree turn? That was broken earlier on, so I'm not going to worry too much about that, to be honest. There we go. Don't know where that other sticker's gone. Disappeared. Oh well. Bang. Right. Let's use my HDMI tester, courtesy of consolefix.shop. Let's clean it first, because it's probably got flux inside it. Let's drop a bit of IPA on it. There we go. Do we get all data lines? Yep, all data lines active. 5-volt power, EDID, everything's working, or at least it appears to be. So that should technically be working. I'm going to clean my HDMI port as well. Just drop that in some IPA, or rather my HDMI cable. But yeah, everything appears to be fine. All appears A-OK. Where's my remote? Where is my remote? Ah, got it. Wet willy. Right, ugly cam. Display. Don't make me get up. Oh, I swear to God, I'll get mad. Fist bump time. Fist bump time. Got it. Got it. Do. Right, let's sync a controller. The sync button isn't working. Uh-oh. That's not good, is it? Oh dear. The sync button isn't working. I don't have a Type A to Type C to hand. Eject button works. The sync's not. Right, let me grab my USB tester. Okay, that front panel isn't working at all. We've got the back ones. Yep, that one works. And so does that one. But the front panel isn't working at all. So that looks like it's going to need to be replaced. Let's just unplug that a second. Unless it's not plugged in properly. Oh, I've got to unplug it now. Unless it's not plugged in properly. It's definitely plugged in properly on my end. Ah, it's not plugged in. You son of a... There we go. Well, that's what I get for not checking. Noob. Yeah, that's what I get for not checking it. At least I haven't got to tear down the entire console to do it. Right. Well, now I've got thermal paste on the freaking case. It's fine. Turn on, you little punk. It's going to take a minute just to... Yeah, there we go. And we've got sound coming out of the TV as well, I just heard it. But yeah, front USB is communicating. Flashing green, there you go. Hey, there we go. Sync button's working. And syncing controller. Back to ugly cam. Yep, there we go. We've got a little bit of data corruption. Flux in the port. I don't know if that was coming across on camera with the blue flickering lines. Is that coming across? I think it is. But when I move the port, it's not doing it, which means that there's still flux inside either the port or my cable. So the best thing for me to do is rigorously clean my cable with IPA. Try it again. Did that flick then? Not sure what happened then. I did touch my power supply. I had my power supply kicking. So it could have grounded itself to somewhere. I'm sure I saw a flicker, but I think it was because the power supply grounded to something. I'm wiggling the port, so it's passing my wiggle test. So I've got a little test sheet which I use. You can download these. I don't know if I've put them on my website yet, but I can. So checklists, PDF. Where's my checklist gone? Right, so if I go to my desktop, if you look here, I've got a little checklist which I use after every device. So HDMI port cleaned, I've done that. Fan spinning, yep, it is. I've tested all the ports, power, eject, sync, LEDs, controller sync. 10 foot, I can't really test 10 foot. I can, but I wouldn't see it. So I've done the HDMI port wiggle test, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth functionality. So I'll just test Wi-Fi. And then I've got to do insert, eject and load disk, 4K display, Ethernet, and boot logo is present. I've already tested that. But yeah, these I will provide to anyone who wants them. I've got them for every console, apart from the Steam Deck, because I've never worked on one, so I don't know what to test on them yet. But yeah, so I'm going to do the rest of these tests quickly. So back to the ugly cam. So if I go to settings, network, set up wireless, picks up my Wi-Fi, I know Bluetooth's working because it's using my controller wirelessly. I've got it plugged into a charger, but it's not plugged into the console. You what? It asked me for an update. Yeah. No, you're not doing an update. Go away. Yeah, we've got 4K display. That's good. Ethernet I can't really test. I haven't got an Ethernet cable to hand at the minute. And then we just got a disc to test. So let me go and grab a new test disc. Battery's dying on my mic. Right, got some new test games. For Honor. Let's test it with that one. Come on. Yep, there we go. Yeah, that's it. He passes all of my tests, which is cool, so I can sign that off as pretty much good to go. I have got to test the Ethernet, but other than that, not a big deal. So, yeah, he's just done it again. What, flickered? Really? Well, I'll keep an eye on that because it seems fine. I can't see why it would flicker. It's my cable. I think that's my cable. I'm moving the cable around and it is doing it occasionally. Yeah. That's very odd. I'm not touching it now. Why is it doing that? That's a bad encoder. I think that's a bad encoder. Which I'm not doing tonight. I will give the port a really good clean. Alright, I've just unplugged that. I can give the port a really good clean, but if it's not that, then it's going to be an encoder issue, I would say. Because that don't make a lot of sense at all. I'll tell you what, I'll try it on the capture card just in case it's my cable or the TV. Let me just try it on the capture card. It doesn't seem to be doing it now. Actually, let's just give it a couple of minutes. It don't seem to be doing it now. Yeah, there's definitely still flux in that port because I'm still getting them blue lines occasionally. So I did just see another blue line, so there's definitely still flux. Oh, there you go. Well, you just did it again. Yeah, so let me just try the capture card because I got a feeling it could be either the cable or the port. Right. I'm going to overhead for a second. I'm going to put studio mode on. Microscope. I need to sign out of the customer's account. So I've got to sign out the customer's account because otherwise it shows email addresses. Right. Let's see if that flickers. I'm not seeing any blue lines on that. So I'll give that a couple of minutes. Let's see if it flickers. If it does, then probably gonna have to change the encoder, which is gonna suck. But you know, it is what it is. It's very unlikely that's going to be anything to do with the trace repair because the trace repair was pretty much flawless. Let me just wiggle that cable. So that seems solid. I'm wiggling that cable, it seems absolutely solid. I think if it doesn't do it on this within a couple of minutes, then it's got to be my cable or the TV. I mean, the problem is my TV, well, the HDMI cable that I've got, it gets used every day, multiple times a day. It doesn't take long for them to start failing. Whereas the microscope, it's generally plugged in all the time. The only problem with doing it on the microscope is the fact that it's or rather on the capture card, it's the fact that it's not in 4K. That right now isn't in 4K because it's, for some reason, my capture card, even though it's a 4K capture card, it doesn't like Xboxes at all in 4K. TV and display. See, so that's in 1080p. It'll pick up 4K. Well, as you can see, it says it doesn't support it. Yeah, I'll change them every so often, but the problem is, I mean, the cable that I'm using for the TV is like a 5-meter cable, and number one, they're expensive, and number two, I have to keep on routing them. So, but yeah, that seems to be okay. On the capture card in 1080p, that flicker was me unplugging it. Sorry, taking out the test game. I think it's probably best if I test it on my TV in the living room, because at least then I can check it in 4K. It's working in 1080. Or at least it appears to be. It hasn't flickered while it's been on the capture card at all, so I'm going to say it's working in 1080p. But obviously that's not fixed. If it's still flickering in 4K, then it's not fixed, but I'll have to test it on my TV for that. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not flickering now while it's in 1080p. Right, okay. I'm going to call it on that. It's not flickering for me on the capture card. So, yeah, I'm going to call it good for now. I'll have to monitor it in 4K on my TV in the living room, just in case it is the cable, because I'm not going to unroute the cable just in case I don't have to. But yeah, if it does turn out that there's still an issue, then I'll obviously revisit it, but we'll see. I don't know. All of the rest of the tests are passing, so We shall see. But yeah, I'm going to call it there. Oh, I'm shattered. It's 4:30 a.m. Yeah, I'm going to call it there. And I'm going to raid Computer Booter as long as he's still on. So if you're looking for something else to watch, is Computer Booter still live? Yes, he's indeed. Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. My back is absolutely killing me now. But yeah, I'll revisit it if I need to. Oh. Let's just make sure it's still on. Yep, absolutely fine. Right, yeah. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take it easy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Awkward silence while I wait for the raid to go through. Yeah, good night everyone. Take it easy. Take care.